Welcome back to Massfield Fresh. Healthy lunches that use local ingredients. They're not only going to help your kids feel good and focus in school, but it's also going to make everybody else really jealous. Devon, Whitney, Deal, and Deanna Cook are joining us to share some healthy ideas for back-to-school lunches. And it looks great, too. And I think especially kids eat with their eyes. So I'm loving all of these right now. Because frankly, I eat with my eyes, too. But we're starting with something that might not be that appetizing. It looks like a tortilla, but it's actually fruit.
It is.
It's a fruit leather, and you can see right here, it's all kind of nicely rolled up. That's how we're going to finish it up here.
So fruit leather, that's kind of like a fruit roll-up or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. And
Seth.
instead of buying it in the grocery store, make it with some fresh local ingredients. And I actually picked these peaches from my tree this morning.
No way.
But they're wonderful, as Devon can talk about. There's wonderful peaches in the area right now.
And is this the season for peaches?
It is, Seth. Right now is the time to go get them. You can pick them yourself. You could just go to the farm stand and buy them pre-picked.
The You Pick 'em Farms is one of my favorite things to do. My wife and I, we try every year at least once or twice to get out. But so we go pick some peaches and we come home. We want to make fruit roll-ups that we can count all the ingredients on one finger.
Exactly. And there's only 2 ingredients.
All right, even better.
Honey and peaches.
And we're putting those in a
And we're going to
Cuisinart?
put them right in the Cuisinart, and you actually don't even need to skin them. You just open them up, pit them, stick them in the Cuisinart, and then you puree this until it becomes like applesauce. I'm just going to turn it on.
So you just want it all the way down? It's going to be a little bit
Yeah,
loud?
it's going to turn in. And you've got your honey here.
And is there some sort of amount you're supposed to put in X amount of peaches and X amount of honey?
Yes, you want 5 peaches, 4 or 5 peaches,
Okay.
and a tablespoon or 2 of honey. And this
That's
is
not
wonderful local honey that we have here too.
So really you're just letting almost all the natural sweetness do the work, and all these products are local?
Sorry, I can't get
And
this.
there's an old wives' tale that says, you know, local honey and local sugars, they're good for allergies. Is that right?
Well, the local honey, I've
Local
heard that
honey is,
wise
okay.
tale. Absolutely. And bee pollen, too, is even
Bee-
stronger and better.
How does one
allergies.
go about getting bee pollen?
Well, you would have to go find yourself a local honey producer, and most of the local honey producers will have bee pollen.
Very
as
cool.
well.
That's something to look out for. So take us through this. Is this wax paper?
This is parchment, and we just
Parchment paper.
laid it right on a baking sheet. See that? And this is pureed. I probably could have pureed it a little bit more.
But
Can
for
you
the sake of
smell
TV,
that?
it
The
smells
fresh-
great.
Oh, it smells so good.
It smells like late summer. It's one of those quintessential smells, I feel like.
Yeah, I love the smell of peaches. And then you just kind of use the back of your spoon to spread it out into a thin layer.
Now, how
like that.
thin are we trying to get? Paper
Pretty thin? Yeah, paper thin, and as evenly as possible.
If you take a look at the already dried, you'll see how wafer thin it really is.
It really is. And so now what we do next is we take this and we put it in the oven?
You do, so on a really low temperature, 200, and you bake it for 3 to 4 hours.
So as low as it goes, almost the warm
Low as-
feature.
Yeah,
on there.
really. And if you have a dehydrator, you can do it that way too.
And now how do you know when it's done? What does it get to?
It gets kind of
like this?
dry, like this, leathery. You see that?
Yeah.
And then you want to let it sit for just a little bit until it softens, because when it comes out, it's
Mm-hmm.
a little bit dry.
It feels like, I know folks at home can't feel it, but it feels like a tortilla.
Yeah,
That's
it does.
the consistency that you're looking for when you want
Yes,
to do it at home.
exactly. And then you want to just cut it with a pizza cutter. You see that? Mm-hmm. Oops, there goes that.
And then you roll it
You
up?
can roll it right, and you can help me, Seth. So what I did is I put that piece right on a little piece of plastic and just roll it right in the plastic.
With the so that the kids can bring it to school and it's
Exactly.
okay. There we
Yes,
go.
you see that?
So it's a
And Devon, you
prepackaged
can do
fruit
one too
roll-up.
if you want to.
So we'll get back to
Yeah.
these in a little bit, but in the meantime, it's like a kebab sandwich that we've got
It
going on
really
here.
is.
And this is just really a reminder to buy all your ingredients local if you can. We got the ham at the farmer's market, and the lettuce from the farmer's market, and tomato. Even the bread is from a local bakery. And you know, instead of going to the store, do that, and you can basically just make a sandwich on a stick.
All right.
And you can send all the ingredients
I'm gonna make one,
cubed
too.
separate, and let your kids make it at school. Or
This will make you the king of the lunch table.
Yeah,
Now, I don't
really
know.
will.
I don't know if the kids still do this, but when I was a kid, you'd trade lunches, or you'd trade elements in your lunchbox. Does that still happen? I don't know if it does.
it does. Definitely
You're looking
does.
at me, Seth. I haven't been in school in a long time either.
You know, this is one of those things that
isn't
this
that
would be the
cute?
hot item in the lunch
And then
bag.
you can pack it with a little mustard. This is a local mustard.
And mustard's such a healthy option too, other than
Yeah,
mayonnaise.
exactly.
It's so much
And
better
you know,
than
some
mayo.
kids don't like sandwiches. Like my kids aren't big on sandwiches, but they'll eat all the pieces.
say, this
and
makes sandwiches
everything's
cool.
Cubed and
And now what
really
kind of meat is
easy.
this up top? This looks
This
great.
is ham. We actually got from a farm called Mockingbird Farm.
You
They're
can
in
get
East
almost
Hampton.
anything local these days. It's great.
You really can.
Feel
It's
free
amazing.
to nibble too, Seth, if you want
No,
to.
no nibble? Oh, I will.
Yeah, you can try the.
Well, it's perfect timing because we're going from school lunches to school hairstyles. I'm going to toss it to Ashley, who's with our next guest, so I can eat this. Ashley?
All right.